I know exactly how they're going to do the turn too.
Say the
Cena's
word.
gonna have that title. Cena's gonna have that title in his hand. He gonna look. Crowd gonna check. No, he's gonna look around and take 15 minutes to look around. He's gonna throw it out. Ah! And he's gonna apologize. He's gonna be like, "I'm sorry, Cody Rhodes." Hold on. And then Cody Rhodes is gonna do the move and kick him in the dick.
Yeah, he is.
That'd be crazy.
Well, you got the Cody heel turn happening now.
I've been. What do you mean? I've been told you Cody's gonna be a heel, bro. I literally told you once we got to Mania. I told you once we got to Mania, I was like, bro, that Cody. You said it's like I don't see Cody turning heel for like another 2. So I'm like, bro, that Cody Rhodes. I told you I don't see him by Mania 42 not being a heel. I literally told you that.
Yeah, I don't think he turns heel at SummerSlam though. I think they got some other good babyface run out of him. I think they're gonna stretch that out a little longer. I think the cash in more than likely probably will happen. Now if Cena does that and then Cody turns heel at SummerSlam, that would be kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I feel like
that would be early.
Which could play into what I said because the way Cody reacted to Cena at WrestleMania, I said that's gonna play into the story later when Cena is gonna have the match with Cody and Cody's gonna have another opportunity to pull the trigger like that, but he's not gonna hesitate the second time. He's gonna execute it. So maybe that could happen at SummerSlam where he'd Cena with the championship or something in that aspect. I don't know, but I think he's gonna make it very interesting.
See, that last comment about Beast Mode is my exact concern. My exact concern if they turn him heel.
Okay, but
Babyface Mantle.
Well, here's the thing.
Well, they already got somebody. Well, okay, we were talking about Babyface Mantle.
Set or someone potentially.
No, they have somebody right now.
Who?
Jey Uso.
Oh God, I did not think that's the name he was going to say. Don't
mind. That's the only guy.
No, don't mind him, chat. I'm
My
not
friends,
gonna
what's wrong with you?
Hold on. So when we say babyface run, are we talking about somebody who can replace him as the guy, or just be
as the face, as the guy?
But no, okay, but wait.
Yeah, so Jey Uso won't be the top. He won't be the face of the company, but their top babyface easily could be.
But here's the thing, Cody Rhodes.
Can't CM Punk do it.
I was just about to say.
Punk's another one.
All right, that's a better name.
No, because I was gonna say Cody Rhodes is not gonna be a heel for a long time. He's still gonna be your face of the company. He's just gonna have a little heel run, and in the meantime, you got CM Punk, who I don't see ever turning heel in this run with WWE.
He better not. What's the point?
Well, because at least Cody, we gotta see one. CM Punk, I've been there, done that. We're good on that game. We're good.
Not gonna
your heel run was an AEW. That was your heel run. We're good off that.
His whole life.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, Jay.
Yeah, if we're talking,
but he can. They got CM Punk. LA, y'all love LA Knight. Y'all love Sammy fucking Zayn, don't y'all? The little underdog from the underground.
Hell yeah.
If we're talking somebody who's going to be their top babyface as like you're going to be the face of the company, like you're going to be the draw, then CM Punk would be that guy. Like he would be somebody you would put in the face of the company because that's the guy that's going to main event like WrestleMania. That's the guy that's going to main event your big shows. But if we're talking just the aspect of who could be the top babyface when it comes to merch sales, for the little kids and everything, Jey Uso is literally that guy right now. He's literally the other guy right now besides Cody.
I think Jey Uso is a solid.
I mean, we hear it every week. You see it every week.
No, hold on. Time out. I think Jey Uso is a solid 1B or a solid number 2. Yes, he's going to move merch.
Right.
Yes, the live crowd loves him. Yes, the children love him. Those are big parts of it. But when you're talking about a guy who can go out at the end of Raw or can go out at the top half of the second hour when interest is waning and do a 20-minute back and forth promo that is engaging and original, Jey Uso isn't that guy. Jey Uso is the kind of guy to go out.
Yeah, he's not that guy, but I mean WWE.
But that's my problem. CM Punk can do that. I think LA Knight, if given the opportunity, could do that. But who knows what they're going to do with him?
Yeah.
Jey Uso is always going to be a solid number 2 or a solid 1B. I don't think he can be what Cody is.
Wait.
That's not what I'm saying. No, I'm not saying he'll be Cody. I'm saying if they need somebody just to be the top babyface.
Well, no, but that's what the person in chat was asking. If not Cody, then who? They're asking who's going to step up into Cody's role. And
man, fuck the Jey Uso. I rock with you, but fuck the CM Punk, and I damn sure don't want to hear no Sami Zayn. Guys, Jacob Fatu.
Oh. Okay.
We're good. We're good. Jacob Fatu can easily, right now, be the top babyface on SmackDown if Cody Rhodes turns heel. Right now, I don't care. I honestly don't care. If Jacob Fatu on Friday said, "You know what, Cena, we going. Hey, you better get in where you fit in. I'm locked. I'm here. I can't wait."
The problem is, ironically, and this is super ironic, but the problem is Jacob Fatu is going to be wrapped up in the bloodline vortex for a long time.
Oh, like, yeah, two war games, for sure.
It's ironic that Jacob Fatu is now trapped in the bloodline.
So there's different areas to it. If we're talking about somebody who's going to be the literal face, like the number one guy, going to be the main events and everything, CM Punk is the only guy. He's the only guy in that question. It's not going to be anybody else. CM Punk is the guy that's going.
If he showed up to work.
CM Punk is the only guy. CM Punk is the only guy that's going to move merch and feel like an actual main event guy in that spot that you believe belongs in that position, right? Jacob is not right there yet. Jey is not, and that's not his spot either. Like that's just they don't fit those categories right now. Sami Zayn is a no either. Punk would be the only guy right now that would fit in that spot. But if we're talking like babyface that you need to, move merch sales and be like a little inspiration for kids or whatever, like be the top babyface that people can inspire to be like, Jacob doesn't really fit that because he's not that's not his character. Like his character isn't, the little kid type character. He's a character for everybody. Like for the adults and everything, he's not stop. He's not no little kid character that people go.
He's not okay for that.
No, he is not a little kid character.
That's Jey Uso.
But he can definitely inspire little kids to be that motherfucking nigga. He can definitely inspire them to be that motherfucking
1999?
Yeah.
What you mean? So you mean to tell me Jey Uso inspiring kids to be a loser?
Wow. Yes. Honestly.
That's the problem then. So all I'm hearing is
they don't care.
Good cook. I'm not gonna lie, good cook.
They don't care.
We gotta change it. We gotta change that then. We gotta see
the kids don't care, bro. They gonna like somebody like that because they want to be just like him. They don't care.
So they want to be like losers. That's the problem. That's that victim. Actually, let me.
Yo, sir.
They don't know any better. They just kids, bro. They just kids. We all had
pump the brakes.
I just put it like this. That's participation trophy award behavior.
Well, yeah, they kids, bro. Like they don't know the difference between.
Wait. So Jacob being somebody who came from the gutter, was in jail, and turned his life around, that's not an inspirational story?
Yeah, for people who can understand the product, sure.
Yeah, the kids ain't gonna understand that. They're gonna be like, jail.
Wait. So wait. Was Jeff Hardy inspirational to kids?
Look here.
Yes, but Jeff Hardy wasn't going to
that
prison.
That was not a part of his character at all.
Jeff Hardy wasn't getting arrested for DUI?
We didn't know about that as kids. We don't know that.
Y'all didn't know about it?
When I was a teenager and an adult, yeah.
Bro, y'all did it. So it wasn't reported when we was young. Is that Jeff Hardy
until CM Punk made it apparent.
Is that not when you were kids?
Negro.
Yeah,
before that, I was still a kid before that.
Bro. That's like we were a teenager at the time.
Like how old were you, Mo, when
2000
CM Punk and Jeff Hardy had their feud? How old were you?
2009.
Were you not a kid?
I was a teenager, bro. I was like 13.
It wasn't made apparent to me until CM Punk brought it up. That's what I'll say.
And that's why how old were you?
If Mo's 23 in 2009, he was like 6, 7, like
7.
But Jeff Hardy was still an inspiration to you, right? That even though you could mess up and do this, that, and the third, you can still overcome that and be better. And ironically, Jeff
I didn't know what drugs were.
Hey, ironically, Jeff Hardy is now going around telling people to do the same thing CM Punk was trying to get him to do. If that's not Impact, Jade, I don't know what is.
Wow.
By the way,
nobody knew when you were a kid. They just.
I didn't know I thought drugs were medicine.
Nobody paid attention to stuff that was going outside of WWE. You only watched what you saw on TV.
So Mo, nobody ever came to your school during Red River Week talk about drugs are bad?
My nigga, I was in second grade, bro. What? That didn't happen until like 3rd, 4th, 5th grade type shit.
That's bullshit, bro.
I just want to call out, there's a lot of love right now in chat for a returning Drew McIntyre being a babyface and taking up that role. Drew McIntyre already showed that he could carry the company. He did that already. So yes, I definitely think that Drew McIntyre could be that.
Drew in the top babyface spot though? I don't know, man.
Hey, what are you talking about? He literally carried the company during.
Yeah, but that was before he went on this whole different character arc of things that he's done in the last 2 years, though.
But that's made him more popular. That I think when he eventually turns back around to being a babyface, all of this that he's doing right now is giving him a new respect for his acumen, his ability, and his presentation. So make him a babyface, but make him more of a badass instead of the white meat babyface that he was in 2020. Make him more of a badass, but still be a babyface. And yes, absolutely. Sell rubber swords, sell T-shirts with his kick-ass logos on it. Fucking do whatever you want. But yeah, Drew McIntyre for sure could be that guy.
Well, Jade, I'm not saying he can't do it. I think me personally, I just don't want to see that shit.
Also,
Prada Fiend, real quick. Jacob Fatu is a criminal. Let me ask a question. Has Jeff Hardy not been arrested for driving under the influence?
Oh my God.
Yes.
Has he not broken the law and been jailed for it?
Pretty sure the Usos were banned from Canada for a while.
Then fucking Jeff Hardy's a criminal too then. Since that's what we doing.
That's not the same as being a thug, nigga.
A criminal's a criminal. Oh my God. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off, bro. Don't piss me off.
That is not in a high. There's levels to this, my nigga. There's levels to this.
That is literally. He didn't say Jacob Fatu was a worse criminal than Jeff Hardy. All he said was
he literally no. He literally said drugs. Word for word, drugs is different than being a motherfucking thug.
But they're both criminals. They're both criminals.
When we're kids, we're gonna look at guns. What
are we doing, bro?
Hey, chat. Can somebody confirm this? Can you get arrested, or how many more years?
Thank you, bro.
Yo, no, I'm asking chat, and you can confirm this for me. Chat. Anybody who wants to do it, shout out y'all, all my G Maniacs in the chat. Can somebody tell me what you get more time for? Driving drunk or under the influence, or robbing a store? Which one you get more years for? Actually, I'm sorry. I don't know why Jacob Fatu was in prison. I don't know what he did. I thought it was like robbery or something, but I'm not sure. I don't know what Jacob Fatu did. But the criminals are criminals, bro. I'm sorry. Like, yes, there's different levels. No. Yes, there are different levels. I'm not saying there's not different levels.
That's where you start losing me.
Well, then you're not listening. No. Because literally, there are different levels. You are absolutely right. Are absolutely right. There are different levels. See, that's what I thought. I knew Fatu got arrested for robbing. Right. So that's what I thought. There are different levels to criminals. Yes, I'm not saying that. Right. That's why you get different amount of years for depending on the crime you get. So yes, you are right. There are different levels. But if what Prada Fiend is saying, Jacob Fatu's a criminal, so he can't be, because the context is trying to be an inspiration to kids and stuff. And if he's trying to say, Jacob Fatu's a criminal, so he can't be an inspiration to kids. I'm sorry, I don't know what's inspirational to little kids about doing drugs and having an addiction. I don't know what's. You think doing drugs is inspirational?
Nobody knows that as a kid, bro. Nobody knows that.
You're missing the point. Yes. When you're a kid, there's certain crimes you understand, and there's other crimes you don't. When you're a kid, when I was like 6, 7, I'm not gonna understand drugs, bro. I don't understand that shit. But I'm gonna understand niggas shooting each other or robbing shit.
Hey, for all my people in the chat,
like swiping was introduced to me real early, my nigga.
I want y'all to tell me when Red Ribbon Week came to your school, because I know everybody had it. I know everybody
had it, but nobody, when they came to our school, I didn't pay attention to that stuff. I don't know.
Oh God!
But you paid attention to don't steal pencils. It's bad. You paid attention to that shit.
Because that's simple. When we're kids, our brains are simple.
Don't do drugs. It's 3 words. It's 3 words.
We don't know what drugs are.
Revolution's gonna be.
Oh my God! I can't.
We don't know what drugs are. When we're 6, 7, we don't understand. People confirmed it to me in the chat too. They didn't know what the fuck those were.
Pretty popular.
They come to your school, but
we don't care. Cool. I'm chilling with the homie talking to them. I don't give a fuck.
Let me clarify before we move on. Chat. All crimes are not the same. We get that. We understand that. Anybody with a basic level of understanding knows all crimes are not the same, chat. We get that. But to Prada Fiend's comment, he's basically saying, wait. For Prada, guys, again, I'm saying it again. All crimes are not the same. We understand that. We get it. Duh, common sense, right? Just how I know y'all ain't listening. Y'all are just being dense on purpose. We know all crimes aren't the same. But Prada Fiend's comment was, Jacob Fatu can't do this because he was a criminal. He can't be an inspiration to kids because he is a criminal. And I'm saying, and if we really want to go there, we can go down the list of a lot of people who were fucking criminals. Who can still be an inspiration? People were still cheering. What Undertaker say? Niggas used to walk in with knives and guns and shit to the fucking.
All I know is that I suddenly have an urge to smoke a joint and rob a store. That's all I'm saying.
You said what?
I suddenly have the urge to smoke a joint and rob a store.
Well, I'll have the urge to do one of those
things. Just put the drag on when you do it.
I have the urge to do one of those things. I don't know about the other.
There's different levels to it, bro. Like,
yeah, like
when you're a kid,
we're not gonna understand when you're a child.
We're saying when you're a kid, you don't.
When you're an adult, obviously,
things. When we watch things, the people who like Jeff Hardy mainly liked him because they just watched him on TV. They didn't know he had issues outside of wrestling. Like, we just watched him on TV.
Can you not say that about Jey Fatu? People just like watching him on TV. He's
entertaining. Sure, but the internet's more open nowadays.
They've literally made his character. He was so dangerous.
You could just Google whatever.
That they didn't want to bring him in.
Because he started off as a heel.
That too.
He's a heel now. Everybody love him now. I mean,
he's getting the popularity. Of course, Jacob is going to be in one of the most popular characters for a while.
CM Punk called Jeff Hardy a drug addict who can't control himself, but everybody loves that shit.
Because he was being a dick about it.
CM Punk was in the right.
You're not going to get it. It's just
you know what's so funny to me?
You're not going to connect.
You know what's so funny to me?
You're just like, oh, he's being an asshole.
CM Punk
I was old enough at the time, so I
CM Punk was being a dick for saying, hey, you were an addict, you have a problem, right? But when AJ Styles tell him, yo, bro, you fucking up everything we're trying to build because of your fucking addiction, everybody cool with that. Everybody ain't got an issue with AJ Styles telling them. See,
I barely remember that.
AJ Styles literally was like, yo,
that wasn't a backstage segment. AJ
Styles was literally like, bro, you fucking destroyed everything I'm trying to. I don't even want to look at you right now. Bro, he looked at Jeff Hardy like he was the shit up underneath his shoe after that fucking thing. CM Punk is literally telling you, hey, Jeff, get out of your own fucking way and stop being a drug.
I remember when Sheamus and Jeff Hardy had a street fight in a bar. That was kind of cool.
That was cool.
That was fun.
No, but okay. So, okay, let me ask you this. Overcoming drug and alcoholism, drug addiction, alcoholism, is that more inspirational than overcoming being a thug? Please tell me.
So so if you use it as a base, like just a base blanket statement, it still depends. But the reason why I'm saying it still depends is because the context, right, that we go behind it, right? The context, if we add the context as being a thug, right? This is gonna be nasty. I'm telling you right now, just prefacing it. But like sometimes, right, and especially us as African American.
Oh yeah, let me pull it up.
All I'm saying.
Go ahead.
What? You ain't even let me finish.
No, finish.
Oh, if you're gonna play that, that's ridiculous because I'm actually defending us. Okay, unlike
finish.
Unlike you when you're Discord.
Here we go.
Him joining a gang and getting and robbing stuff because I think the chat confirmed it and all that. I don't know exactly what his upbringing was, right? I don't know where he came from. I don't know how tough it was, this, that. And we've heard people, we've seen too many actual gang members be like, yeah, you joined because 9 times out of 10, you can't really get it any other way, this, that, and third. Jeff Hardy, right? In his case, we know why he ended up doing all the drugs and stuff because he kept breaking his back, doing all this extreme stuff, and it got to a problem where he wouldn't ask for help, right? So there's the context you add there. So at that point, right, you got to add. But in the case of Jeff Hardy, he started his addiction as an adult, right? Okay. You a grown adult. You knew what Red Ribbon Week was. You knew what you was doing, and you was too grown. You too grown not to ask for help. Jacob Fatu, at the time of his age, I don't know what age he got arrested. I don't know. So maybe the chat can help me with context too. But all I'm saying is it depends. So it's really hard to answer which one is easier and which one's not. My point is they're both inspirations, though. You overcame getting arrested. You overcame being in a gang and all that. So now you're a WWE star making your life for the better. You overcame doing all the drugs, even though Jeff Hardy kept relapsing. You overcome doing all these drugs and like so many times he kept relapsing. It was crazy.
Pisses me off too.
Literally. So you overcame doing all that. You overcame, and now you're living a clean life and this, that, and the third. They're both inspirations. They both can inspire kids. The only thing where I was really pushing back is because I felt like Prada Fiend was trying to say Jeff Hardy can inspire kids, but Jacob can't because Jacob is a criminal. When if you really break it down, they both are. And if anything, Jeff Hardy kept relapsing and doing it. Oh, he kept coming out to the crowd. I'm sorry, I'm better. And then would fall back into the trap. And then would fall back into the trap. And kept doing it over and over and over. That's my only point. I don't think, you saying Jacob Fatu is a criminal, yeah, it's different, right? But they both can still be inspirational to kids.
Okay, so I don't disagree with anything you just said. What I'm saying is I don't think that's why Jeff Hardy was inspirational to people at all. Like his addiction and all that had nothing to do with why people were.
I think afterwards they kept hammering
maybe later on
crazy.
in life.
Later on,
well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
maybe later on in life.
No, it became
right,
knowledge to the public though, so that they had to.
Yeah, and so
that's when it became a thing.
He would have to come and apologize, and but I think the way I'm looking at it, I'm looking at what how WWE usually is. I don't see them placing Jacob in that role for like that inspiration. Like that's not the role.
No, they're not going to drop everything.
He could be a top babyface, but do I see them putting him in that spot? No, not really. Like that's what Cody Rhodes is there for. That's Jey Uso. Those guys fit that role that they're looking for that white meat babyface that we call it, in that spot. Jacob can be a top babyface, and he can still be an inspiration, sure. But when we're talking about, go back to the question of who's going to replace Cody in that spot, CM Punk is the only logical option that I feel like. But even then, so if you're looking at my only thing, if you're looking at the white meat babyface, Jey Uso is the only other guy that I'm looking at right now that fits that role. There's nobody else.
You think Jey Uso is a white meat babyface?
Yes, especially the last couple of years.
Yes.
That's his role. He even does it now.
When he first turned, no.
He's picking up little kids in his entrance, and they doing all the entrance and everything.
I mean, good point. I guess I just never look at him that way. I think Sami Zayn's a more white meat babyface than Jey Uso.
They're both.
They don't portray him in that role. They don't portray like Sami in that
role. Trust me. I know what role they portray Sami Zayn.
Yeah, like if we're really being honest with the context, Jey Uso got the opportunity because of the movement of the people. Because the people put him in that spot. Like they made him that as popular as he was. He got the Royal Rumble win because of that. If he wasn't having that crazy movement, they would never gave him that opportunity, that spot. They weren't never looking at Jey Uso as somebody they can market and somebody they can potentially make a world champion. The people are the one, which ironically, people complain about him all the time, but the people don't want to put him in that spot. They're the ones who voiced up and made him that popular.
That's why he only held that title for 51 days. Shout out Jey Uso.
Right. So I think he's the other white meat babyface. Like I said, you look at his entrance, he comes out with little kids and he picking up kids in the audience and doing the whole entrance and everything. Like that's the role that I like. That's go back to the point I was saying. Like if there's gonna be somebody to replace Cody in that role, if Cody turns heel, it would just be him. Would he be their top guy, the number one face of the company? No, that's not Jey Uso's position. But to be the white meat babyface, that's him.
I will say my concern is if it's going to work though for Jey.
It's already been working
to be the top babyface.
It's been him and Cody, like literally right there. It's for like a year. It's literally been those two.
When Cody was gone, before Cody came back, Jey Uso was the top babyface in the company.
We see these niggas' reactions every week on TV, bro.
Literally
every week, no matter where they go.
My only concern with Jey is what I said a minute ago: is his ability to hold an audience's attention for 20 minutes in a back and forth promo because he's kind of one gear. But the story makes sense for Jey Uso to slot in because he can literally slot in and be Cody's first op because he can be the one to slot in and say, "Yo, Cody, what's up, man? What are we doing? This isn't you." Da 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 da. And then again, yeah. So, but. You know what? Fuck it. Make it Sheamus. Sheamus can be.
You talking about Jey turning heel?
No, I'm talking about Jey being the number one babyface. If Cody turns heel, for Jey to come in and say Cody.
Oh, for Jey to come in and be.
Yeah, they said Ultimate Warrior in 1990. I'm dead. That's tough.
Warrior was their top guy though. He was popular.
They went right back to Hogan.
His experiment didn't work though because Warrior had issues that he couldn't get over. You know what I mean? So it didn't work. The way he
wasn't a draw. They just went right back.
Well, it wasn't even that he was a draw. It was just he had things going on backstage that he couldn't get over. You feel me? Like he thought he was bigger than the company. You know what I mean?
Jey Uso got things going on in front of the camera that is going to hinder
Monday Night Jester is so crazy.
His promos and stuff, but even then, even though his promo game or his matches may not always consistently be great for a lot of people, people who like him generally do not. They do not care. They don't care
about none of that.
They don't care how bad his promo game is. They do not care how bad his matches will be. They love this nigga, bro.
Yeah,
they probably like Jimmy versus Jey.
Consistently been on his side for 3 years,
and that's the definition of a white meat babyface to me. It could also be termed as the do no wrong babyface. Doesn't matter what this guy does. Doesn't matter what he does or win or lose. He's going to go out there. He's going to get the crowd behind him. He's going to say all the right things, do all the right things. He's never going to cheat. He's never going to take shortcuts. So yeah, again, Jey Uso has earned my respect for the past year, especially the fact that it came out of nowhere. It was,
I think the people who genuinely like him, they just feel like he's cool. Like they want to be him. Like if they were a wrestler, I want to be that guy. He's cool. He comes out to a cool entrance, cool team. But they don't care about the things that we critique him for, like, you know, the match stuff. They genuinely do not care. They don't care. They really don't. They don't care. His reactions have never changed for the last 3 years. They've even gotten bigger, which is even crazier. He's the only one.
They be making Cam's point, but we clown him for
John Cena in a Royal Rumble and still get cheered.
I think the more interesting conversation is, though, if Cody does slot over, right, to being a heel, and then all of the baby faces then have to move up one level. I think the more interesting question is, if, let's say that it is Jey that steps up into that next level, the more interesting conversation is the guys that are below him that are going to step up, because then you're talking about guys like Penta. I think if you just pull the trigger with Austin Theory and turn him, I think Austin Theory could be one of those guys. LA Knight could obviously be one of those guys.
Babyface wise,
babyface wise, and then you got guys that all they need is the opportunity. Aleister Black or why am I forgetting his name? Penta's brother.
Ray Phoenix.
That nigga got cooked off, right?
Hey, but that match on SmackDown was
fire. Oh yeah, that shit was elite. But bro, honestly, when they said, "Hey, find a tag partner," I'm like, "Oh, Ray Phoenix is clearly coming back."
And another top babyface that could be the Penta could be another one too. Like for the
he's on my list for sure. Yeah,
Penta could definitely be up there for sure if they want to.
Babyface, sure, yeah.
LA Knight would be my other answer. I can't say him over Jey Uso just because they haven't shown me that they have any interest in putting him in that position.
Unfortunately, Penta is also stuck in the Bloodline vortex because, again, Seth and his guys were just Bloodline 3.0, and now Penta is stuck in the Bloodline vortex.
Right. Because I feel like Triple H books his shows for 2 like checkpoints: War Games and WrestleMania. Those are his checkpoints. That's why I said as soon as Hikuleo showed up, I was like, yeah, that's one of your War Games matches. Bloodline Civil War again. That's one of them.
Probably, more than likely.